If parking and trash issues can separately cause friction between neighbors, together, things can get very messy indeed. Like in Toledo, Ohio, where this woman is moving her neighbor's trash cans out of the way. They are blocking the parking spot in front of her house.
We can never park in front of this house because y'all trash.
Her neighbor doesn't think she's done anything wrong.
You don't have the right to park in front of your house. It's a public street. I can have 7 cars parked on the street. It don't matter.
And supported by her husband,
The public street.
she starts to move them right back. Not to be outdone, the woman's friend just wheels them away again.
Really over traffic.
The woman is now trying to park.
It's not yours either.
But with both sides now locked in a standoff, tempers, like the trash cans, are about to spill over. The street winds up littered with garbage. But this trash tit for tat is not over yet. The woman in purple is determined to have the last word. Police later arrive, and this woman is fined for dumping trash illegally on the street. The neighbors no longer live next door to each other. Henry Grau is a computer support advisor who sees his neighbors more than most since he works from home.
The apartment complex that I live in here is in downtown Fort Lauderdale. I've lived here for about 5 years, and I know my neighbors pretty well.
Henry's apartment is next to the common courtyard on the left, so he and his security cameras see more activity than other apartments set further back.
In October of 2019, we got 2 gentlemen that moved into the middle apartment right next door.
For the first few months, Henry's relationship with his neighbors goes well. Until the night of December 17th.
I'm sitting at home one evening, and I'm noticing some activity outside in the security camera. There's no other way to describe it in any cleaner form, but it looked like he was kind of playing with himself in a way. It made me very uneasy. I felt kind of like I didn't have any privacy all of a sudden. He just totally took away my freedom at that point because I kept having to go check the windows.
For 6 nights after the incident, things are quiet. Until December 23rd at 7 p.m., when things escalate.
I thought, I wonder what's going on out there.
The neighbor is working in the courtyard garden, right outside Henry's window. This time, Henry confronts them.
I went outside and I'm like, hey, thank you very much, but if you could just leave it alone. It's kind of creeping me out when there's somebody out here at all hours of the night. I came back inside, I noticed he was still out there. And I said, wow, this guy's not gonna stop. If it takes for you to leave my window alone by pulling out every last plant, I'll pull them out.
Henry decides the only way to keep his neighbors out of his garden is to have no garden at all.
You know what? Get out of here. What are you doing? What are you doing? What is your problem? Look at that.
After that, our relationship started to deteriorate in a way that was quite shocking.
The more Henry tries to avoid both neighbors, the more they continue to harass him, including pounding his windows at random times throughout the day.
Once they started getting aggressive where they were banging at that point, I felt, okay, we gotta call the police.
Breaking and entering.
But it's the middle of the pandemic. The police are not readily available, and Henry's 2 neighbors are getting more and more aggressive.
It's scary as heck because we didn't have any help. It got to the point that I was actually afraid to stay here at night.
Now feeling trapped in his own home, Henry fears the rising tension with his neighbors can lead to a serious altercation. or something much worse.
Having to have these cameras running 24/7, going back to the footage of the cameras.
Get away from his property. Get away from his property.
By spring, it looks like Henry's luck is changing.
We noticed that they started to pack up their things and leave. We were really excited. I was sitting here texting the neighbors, hey, guess who's moving out?
But Henry may have begun celebrating too soon.
It took them probably a couple of days to move out, and then on their very last day, you can see them cutting the cable from one of the corners of the cameras. You see them throwing paint glass bottles at the door.
With the neighbors gone, Henry could finally let his guard down.
After they finally moved out, then I started to feel a little bit more at ease. So I said, all right, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take down the camera system. We left the one camera facing the courtyard. After I got everything down and felt everything was safe, the older gentleman showed up again one night. He started to bang on the windows again. He actually broke it, cut his hand so bad that he was dripping blood. He comes over to the door and he starts putting all his blood on the door. From that point forward, after that night, pulled the cameras back out, put them back up, and I've kept them there pretty much to this day. As you can see, they're still running.
And Henry has a message for his old neighbors if they should ever return.
I want them to know that I'm watching. The neighbors know what they look like. The police has a trespass warning on you. We're not going to allow anyone to come and terrorize us again. I'm the one banging on your window.
Why do you keep doing that? Why do you keep doing that?
Ma'am, your tires are blown. Your tire.
Redding, California. A car with a blown tire drives down a quiet residential street while a concerned neighbor tries to alert the vehicle's driver.
Hey, ma'am, your tire. What are you doing? What are you doing? Man, what the
Man.
The neighbor, along with two friends, follow the woman and get her to pull over. But it's soon clear she has bigger issues than a flat.
Are you guys loving me? You're taking care of me, right?
That's right.
Oh, yeah. That's exactly what we're doing.
She appears to be under the influence.
Hey.
Oh, don't fall over.
No.
fall
You know
over.
what?
Oh.
No.
Don't fall.
You
back in.
sit down because you look like you're sick.
I'm good.
Are you okay?
I look like I'm sick.
Well, you're like you don't feel well.
I'm
You're,
not sick.
have you had too much to
Do you
drink?
have any pot?
No.
I have some.
Crazy. Keep it with you,
Is there any?
Even though it looks as if the woman has already drunk enough, it seems like she still wants to continue the party. But her playful interaction with her neighbors is short-lived. Police soon arrive on the scene, and the woman tries to drive away. But the only thing fleeing is her cheery disposition.
You're helping them. You're helping them. Oh, you. Get out of here. Get out of here. You.
The car.
Oh,
Get out of the car.
get now. Wait.
While the woman is charged with a DUI, thanks to her concerned neighbors, she does not injure herself or any other people out on the road. Remember, never drive under the influence. They say familiarity breeds contempt. When neighbors and drinking buddies living in a motel in Plattsburgh, New York share everything, including walls, it's not a matter of if someone's going to get on your nerves, but when.
If I lived off my own lady like you did, I feel sorry for myself.
Not so surprisingly, this isn't the first time these two have aired their grievances in front of their entire community, who are well acquainted with their neighbors' antics.
You owe me $40 and you're both scum. You ain't getting it now. I don't want it, because you know why? I paid your rent, you scumbag.
Before long, a companion of one of the men joins the feud.
Yeah, I'm looking right at one. Get back to your place, you SSI loving. Get the over there right now. I will call the cops and have your ass arrested, you pig loving mother. Fuck your dick. I need you to touch her. So get out of here.
Now there's some new unfinished business across the street. Thoroughly annoyed by the first woman, one of her neighbors has entered the fray.
What's going on, you?
With no chair handy, she settles for a bottle of water to make her point. By the time police arrive, everyone has put on shirts and calmed down. In the end, both sides hug it out, decline to press any charges, and go home, ready to fight another day.
Dude smashed him with a chair, and he's not pressing charges or anything. Damn. Look at him. Wasted. Stay tuned, because we're gonna have round 5, 6, and 7 tonight, I bet.